back out fishing, back on Birch Lake at Old Mill. It's a Thursday. I'm here for 48 hours. It's been about 8 weeks since I've last fished here, and I've missed the place. I've struggled on here this year, to be honest, and I've not caught any of the really big ones, and I would like to put that right this session. I'm in a swim called Wayne's. Had a bit of a walk round. There was 5 swims available, and when I walked down here into Wayne's, I saw a couple of fish show near the island. One of them for sure wasn't a small one, so I thought that'll do. Got the marker rod out. There is little bits. Where's the marker rod? That's there. Got the marker rod out because there's little patches of weed here and there, and I found a lovely clear strip. Nothing there at all at 19 wraps. So I've put 2 rods on that area. I've got 4 key of pellet off Chris, 3 k of SARS boilies. I've got what down the margin, pop the marker float, obviously walk down the margin. I've put nearly all the pellet in, and probably 100, 200 baits as well, boilies as well. So put quite a bit of bait on one spot, 2 rods on it, not tram line, but relatively close together. And the left hand rod, there's a little like dot island, if you like. I cast up to that, and it's lovely and smooth, and I'm probably fishing about 2 foot off that. So yeah, it's 3 good spots. Fish about, very optimistic. It has been raining all morning. It hasn't stopped. If I'm honest, I'm thinking one time in like 5 years I've actually been playing a fish on this lake when it's been raining. Apart from that, these fish do not like the rain. Neither do I, so neither does any of us, do we? But tomorrow it's due to be nice, so I'm sort of hoping. I've got my baited areas, the rods are out. I'm doing minimum baiting going forward for the rest of the trip, unless I actually catch one off the main baited area, and I'll put a load more out there. But yeah, I'm sort of banking on tomorrow. Decent weather comes, and that is when I catch one. Because yeah, I would love to catch one of the lumps that reside in this water, that's for sure. But right, let me flip that camera around. I'll show you exactly where them rods are. Right, the middle right hand rod is 19 wraps down that margin, cast to that little notch in them trees there. That's a lovely little marker, that, and it is lovely and clear. And the left hand rod is cast to that island, and you see it's darker there. Just sort of dropped in there about 2 foot off, and honestly that is like glass as well. It's so smooth there. So it's very soft, but dragging that marker lead through it, it just felt so smooth. There's nothing there at all. So yeah, there is a bit of weed in various areas dotted about. I mean, check that out, you know, and there's patches of that here and there. So just hopefully I don't get any issues bringing a fish in through that. But anyway, I'll jump in if I have to. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this session for sure. It just feels like I haven't been here for ages. And I think last trip I was on here, I was in that swim there, and I had 2 of the smaller ones. But if the omens are looking good, because the guy who's in that swim there, old Gary, last time I fished next to him, I had a fish called the Dinton, and that was from this sort of similar area, but fish from the swim opposite, and I had that at £39. So yeah, hopefully Gary's my lucky charm, and this trip I'll catch another whacker. Would be good. But it's looking good out there, low pressure, but it just has not stopped raining at all. Look at it, what a lake. I think in the last 24 hours, talking to a few of the lads, 1 fish has been out, and that came to Party Point, directly across there. So yeah, it's not fishing really well, but I'm not going to catch them sat at home. I'm more likely to catch something sat here, obviously. So right, I'm going to stop banging on. I'm going to get in my bivvy, try and get dry because it's been drizzling all morning and I'm pretty damp, that's for sure. But right, I'm gonna have a brew, chill out, and watch the water. 2 o'clock now. Not had a single bleep, and it has not stopped raining the whole time I've been here. I think my best chance of a fish this trip is going to be tomorrow. The rods are on the dance floor, the traps are set, the area's baited up. And I think I'll play the bait and wait game now, keep disturbance down to an absolute minimum. Not going to touch the rods at all, just going to leave them out there, redo them tomorrow at around 11, I think. But yeah, I'm just hopeful. Tomorrow we've got sunshine, we've got 20 degrees, no rain, and I think that'll be the one. I think tomorrow, no disturbance, everything ready in anticipation for tomorrow and Saturday. And I just think that's when it's going to happen. It's weird because I just don't catch on here in the rain, so I just they like the sunshine, these carp, that's for sure. But I'm gonna sit back. That's me view from the bed chair. Just the rods. And to set the bivvy on its side because that wind is straight in my face, and with it chucking it down, I did not want. Obviously, would have got drowned with the rain coming straight in the door. Look, ground sheets wet through. Puddles in my bivvy, but never mind the joy, eh? But right, let's stop waffling on. Watch me rods, just chill out and relax. Look at that for tea tonight. Bit of sirloin steak, Mediterranean style salad, sap staring out a lovely lake. We're not fishing letterbox style anymore. The rain has finally stopped. It's warmed up a bit as well. And I think it won't be long before one of them rods goes ripping off. Happy days. But yeah, I'm going to sit back, have my tea. Really looking forward to this. And hopefully we will get some action soon. It's 5:30 now. Been seeing fish all over between the island and my margin, right in front of that island. Some good fish show as well, and then middle rod, I get a massive drop back. Look at the rod tip, the line's laying flat on the water, so I pick the middle rod up, walk back, hit into this fish, made contact with it, couple of turns on the reel, and then it just bumped off. So yeah, gutted, just lost one, but I've got that rod back out, back at 19 wraps, first cast, so fingers crossed. I haven't spooked anything, there's still plenty of fish out there and we can sneak one before it gets dark. I think it's prime bite time up until it gets dark, and once it gets dark it doesn't do many fish, this place, on a night. So, oh, did you see that? That wasn't one of the massive ones, but yeah, they're out there. And that's not a million miles away from the heavily baited area, so it is looking promising. Come on, carp. Let's get one before it gets dark. But, wow, I am super excited now. So right, I'm gonna stop filming for a bit. Just keep watching this water. Hopefully, next bit of filming is me with a fish. It's 7:30 at night now. There's fish showing all down that margin, so fingers crossed we can sneak one out before it gets dark. But yeah, I've got a feeling it's not going to happen today, even though they're there. But I think tomorrow, first light, sun comes up, it's a lovely day tomorrow, and we're going to actually get one. I'm gutted I lost that one, but earlier I am convinced it was a stocky, one of the smaller ones. I just got in contact with it briefly and bumped it. But yeah, stockies, they've got soft mouths, so yeah, that's what I'm putting that down to. But never mind, we'll keep at it. And it's a lovely evening. Just stood up at my door of the bivvy, just watching the water, and I'm constantly seeing fish showing. They're all over. So if they're active, they've got to get hungry and they've got to get their heads down and have a bit of a feed. So, right, I'm not going to do any more filming tonight unless I actually catch one. Failing that, catch back up with you all in the morning. Middle rod.
Yeah, you are.
Shot on. Spent £7 this morning. On a Saz wafter. £23. Stunning. Look, scales on that. They're absolutely gorgeous. What a fish. See if I'll let me show you the other side quick. Look at that fish. Whoa. What's it? Not going to grumble at that.
Yep.
See you, Milo. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you for your help, Gary. Appreciate it, fella. Sing it on my bed, mate. Well, buzzing with that. Got up at about 7:15. See Gary was packing up next door. I'll have a quick chat with him. Grabbed my receiver, went over there, just chewing the fat with him, and he was telling me like 3 fish have been out in the 4 days he's been here. So it's not been fishing particularly well. And then I got one bleep, and then it just went sprinted down. Middle rod again. That was the same rod that I lost that one on yesterday. Picked up into it, sort of gone about 20-30 foot back from the original spot. So I walked steady back, steady pressure on it because there's a bit of weed about, and I want to get it up as quick as I can. See it surface and thought, oh bloody hell, that's a good one. Right, then it sort of come in relatively easy till I got it under the rod tip, and then it was stripping line and just didn't want to come up. So to get the waders on while I'm playing the fish, because there's a load of weed in front as well, and I didn't want to risk sort of pulling it through that and losing it. So I thought, right, got the waders on. That's a faff about while you're playing a fish for sure. Managed to get them on anyway. Got out, net straight under it, buzzing. And what a pretty fish that is. It was 23.4, and I thought it was a common. It's got that many scales on it, but yeah, that is a proper scaly banger, that one for sure. But yeah, I am buzzing. I've had to redo the left rod because I've got Gary to wind that one in. It was getting a bit close to sort of coming in contact with that spot, and I thought I don't want to get in a mess and all tangled, especially with the sort of sporadic patches of weed that are out there. So yeah, he whipped that one in. So I've just redone middle left hand rod. As soon as Gary's packing up, I have dropped it just in front of that island there. Now he's moved his rods away from there, but it's Friday now, so with him going, anyone can drop up in there, so I might have to move it, but I thought it's worth a try. It's just probably about half a rod length off the island. Felt it down lovely, and it's a nice smooth spot. No weed there for sure. So got the throwing stick out. Probably put 30 baits round it. That's all. I ain't gone mad, and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do baiting wise today. Now I've had one sort of just off the main baited area down the middle there. I don't know whether to a bit later down a margin and put a load out again, but I don't really want to do too much now because again, down that margin, I've just seen a massive fish. Like, oh my days. I've not spooked them catching that fish. They're here. It does feel good this morning because the wind had swung round and it was pushing into my corner, so I sort of woke up thinking, this looks really good today. This looks like the best peg to be in. New wind pushing into my corner. Sun is shining. Blue skies as well. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And I knew it happened today. I knew it. I never do any good when the weather is miserable. These fish like sunshine and nice weather like us for sure. So, right, I'm going to stop waffling. You can tell I'm buzzing. Chill out, get kettle on, have some porridge, and decide what the plan of action is later. to show you the rig I caught that carp on. It's the fluorocarbon D rig, the cam H2O hook link material, lead clip, little sinker. The rig's about 10-11 inches long. This end at the business end is a size 6 curve shank hook from Rigmarole, and the bait screw, that's also from Rigmarole. They're really nice, they're really cool little products. Bait screw has a little swivel incorporated inside it, so just offers that little bit more movement. Not sure if you can pick that up, but yeah, I do like that. And yeah, I like a fairly stiff material that just, if it gets picked up and you get done, and I think that's happening a lot at the minute. I think there's a lot of stockies in here, small ones that are picking your bait up and just dropping your rig. So at least with a nice stiff material like this, it kicks out and it resets itself. So yeah, nothing fancy. It's a rig I've been using for about 3 years now, and I've caught plenty of carp on it, that's for sure. Alright, fingers crossed we catch some more on it. I've never had that before. There's a snake, and he looks like he's been stuck in my landing net. Having a good explore. That is nuts. Look at that. No good going that way. Let's see if we can get it out. Never had that before. There's a snake, got himself stuck in my landing net. Look at that. Bye bye. Life get any better? Look at that out there. What a view. Blue skies, sun's out, wildlife's out, snakes are out, carp are feeding, carp are boshing over the spots. But yeah, I am super optimistic, confident to sneak another one out. Just been down the margin there, baited up, probably put about 2 key out, 1 key of pellet, key of boilie, scattered it in a big area, and got one right on the baited spot, one just off it, and then the other one is just in front of that island there. So yeah, like I say, I am proper confident. It looks good. Them fish in here, they love feeding when that sun's up, when you're in your shorts, and it's really nice, and it certainly is today. I mean, but bivvy vents are all open. It's a glorious day for sure. So yeah, I'm happy days for sure. But, right, gonna sit down on the chair, probably set up on the stones here behind me rods, just sit watching the water and enjoying the sunshine. So catch back up with you later. Look at all them carp. I mean, they're not very big. Look at that. Let's get zoomed in. Can you just make out all them shadows there, look? Right there. Oh my days. Oh, you've got a bit blurry. I'll bring that back. Look at that. That's a right show. I mean, they're not very big. Probably like 3-4 pound, but look at that, man. Wow. Let's see if we can get a bit closer. That's the future stock of birch there. The future certainly looks bright for this place. There's got to be some big ones out there somewhere. Oh, there's even more right at the back. That is a massive shoal of fish, that. Wow. Little stunners for sure. It's 7:30 at night now. It's looking absolutely lovely out there. Seen a couple of big uns show tight down that margin, and just out here as well, like so yeah, erupted. So fingers crossed we can sneak one of the really big uns out before we go home. I've got to be away for 11, got to be off by 11 tomorrow, so there's every chance while they're out there and while them rods are out there doing the do on the dance floor, it could happen. So I'm not going to do any more filming. tonight, unless I actually catch one. I'm going to get laid on my bed, and no doubt within half an hour I'll be zedding. So, right, catch up with you in the morning. Take care. 7:30 in the morning. Not had a single bleep all night. But out there, I've been hearing them big uns bosh all night. So they've been there, but they just don't tend to feed on a night on here. It's very rare for me anyway. But it's prime bite time now, because yesterday it was 7:30 when that middle rod went tearing off. So I'm mega hopeful for this morning. Bit of a different day today though. It's looking a bit grey, and we've got a bit of rain forecast as well. So, but yeah, we're here till 11. And prime bite time is from first light till about 10, I think. So we're in the thick of it now. It could happen. I'm going to get a kettle on, have a brew, and do a really steady pack up and get things tidied and squared up and sorted out. So hopefully soon though one of them rods goes tearing off. Right, middle rod again. This time a bit bigger, 28 pounder on the trimp bait saz. Check that out, let me see if it'll show you the other side. I think the other side's a bit prettier. But look at that. What a unit, and it fought like mad as well, so buzzing with that one. Send her back. Go on, over that way. Buzzing. Yes. Keep plodding off slowly. What a fight as well, buzzing. Oh, stop. Thanks for your help, Phil.
Right.
Absolutely buzzing with that. Still out of breath. What a fight as well. That middle rod, just one tone, hit into it, and the fish, as soon as it hit into it, it just surfaced. It clearly dropped the lead, come up, I got the clutch tight, and it just started taking line. I was convinced that was like, he's a big fish, don't get me wrong, 28 pound, but I was thinking it's got to beat me PB. This is well over 40. It's one of the big ones, and yeah, it just held long. But I always find at 19 wraps where I'm fishing at range, it is always hard to tell properly the size of the fish. But even when I got it a lot closer, it was just slow, ponderous, like taking me over all my rods, down the left hand side, come down the right side, and all the way down this margin. I had to get the waders in and just wade her out just to the edge of that reed stem. And yeah, the rod's bent round tight, rod tip out, and proper battle. I'm amazed it wasn't over 30 at least, but yeah, very close. But I'm not moaning, don't get me wrong, I am buzzing. Two stunning fish for sure this trip. Got that rod straight back out, 19 wraps, straight down the middle of the channel there. So fingers crossed. What is it? It's 9:15 now. I'm gotta be off by 11, so I'm gonna push it to very last knock-in. So there's a very slight chance that something else could happen, and you know, maybe one of the other rods could go off. Who knows? But anyway, right, you can tell I'm buzzing, I'm waffling too much. I'm gonna not do any more filming for a bit. Sit down, let the heart stop pounding 10 to the dozen, and just sit down, chill out, and slowly start loading the barra, because I have. Where are you? You sat there. I've done nothing yet, so everything's a bit of carnage after that. So right, catch up with you in a bit, guys. Right, got about half an hour left. Rods are still out. Bivvy's there, empty. But yeah, it's been a great session for sure. Really enjoyed it. Can't moan. 3 runs, 2 fish, and 23 pounder and a 28. So that's really, really good. That second fish was actually caught on a turbo German rig as well. I've been thinking a lot lately about why I don't seem to be getting into the 50s, the 60s, the really big ones on here. So I thought maybe it's the rig. I've been on the fluorocarbon D rig for like 3 years. A lot of members on here have fishing it as well. So I'm just thinking, are the carp actually sussing that rig out now, and the rig's blowing maybe, and quite a few of the lads are swapping over to like German rigs and turbo German rigs. So I've given it a go myself, and that's the one that's caught that bigger fish of the trip. So there might be something in it. Certainly, it's an hard one. I can't sort of get my head around coming away fully from the fluorocarbon D rig because it's been so successful. But yeah, it's, I think next trip I'll fish a German rig alongside the fluoro rig, the fluorocarbon D rig for the whole trip, and we'll take it from there and see what happens. I'm hoping to be back out in about 2 weeks' time. So back here as well. I think I'm going to be focusing on here, solely on here, for the rest of the year now. So fingers crossed, next session's even more successful. Let's be greedy. But I'd like to thank everybody who's subscribed to this channel, everybody who comments, everyone who's hit likes. The channel has actually gone over 1,000 subscribers now, and I'm made up with that. I'm truly humbled. It's amazing. So thanks to everybody who subscribed. It's massively appreciated, everybody. I'll put a subscribe button there. If you could subscribe to the channel, put some comments, put some likes. They're all greatly appreciated. Take care. Tight lines. See you on the next one.